Claude Design is here and everyone is freaking out, but literally no one is testing it on a real client project. That's what we are going to be doing in this video. We are going to be using Claude Design on a real project. We are going to be seeing its feature, and then in the end, we will compare the Claude Design's design with a real human design and see how it actually looks. Let's get started. Getting started with Claude Design is fairly simple. You just have to access claude.ai/design and then you will see this view. Most likely you will see the onboarding which you can skip, but in the end you will come to this page. So here you will see a lot of options. For example, you can create a prototype, you can create a slide deck, you can pick up a template and create something out of that, or you can also tell it what you want to do if it is not listed here. But before doing that, what you have to do is you have to go to design systems. This is where the entire power of Claude Design actually is. So you have to create your own design system. So you can click on create and it will open up this page. So what Claude will do is it will take references from your own code base. For example, if you already have a code base for your product, you can literally add the link of the GitHub. But for designers, they already have a .fig file which you can get from Figma. And this is what I do as well. I uploaded a .fig file and then I also added the logos, fonts, and then I actually hit on the continue to generation. And it takes some time. Once you have done that, what you will see is if you go to the design system, you will also see your design systems which you have created. So here's the one of our client. I actually created their design system to show you the example of how it looks. So I will open it, and here you can see it actually created a UI kit, which is the marketing side of things. So this is the landing page. It created the dark hero, feature grid, proof, stats, and CTA, as you can see here. And color sets, all of the color palette, the primary colors and all. Then comes the radii and shadow, spacing, scale. Same goes for different components, which is badges, spells, buttons, cards, form inputs, and then the brand voice and the patterns that you're using. For example, in our case, we are using this glass pattern and then the logo, which it completely messed up. But anyways, so what we can do once you're done with this, you can go to home and now you can create a project. So for example, we are going to be creating a case studies page. So I'm going to be writing a case studies page and then you will have to select the design system that you're using. So we will select the client's one. Now it will ask you for the choice. For example, if I want to create a wireframe, I can do that, but we will go with the high fidelity design for this. So I will click on create and I will click on send. Well, it took its sweet time, but it is finally here. So I give it a prompt, a very simple prompt that I want a case study and the layout of how I want things. Um, but I didn't actually give him like the titles and the exact lines. So it is like predicting things and using placeholders here. But overall, with a one prompt, it's a good design, to be honest. But few things which I have noticed with Claude Design. So for example, I just didn't get, first of all, what does this thing mean? I think it is taking it from presentation, that you have numbers in presentations, because nowhere it says that we only have like three customer stories. That's one thing. Second thing is that this, it looks like it is coming from a product design, not a landing page design. But for example, here, if I like click here, filters actually work, which is a good thing. And this is the case study, the main case study which it has used. And you can see it is also using our patterns, which is nice. And it also added this glow, which is also nice. But for title, I just feel like it became very lazy here. So it is repeating the same title here. But again, you can like go here, pick this up, and then you can ask Claude to, change it and it will change it for you. Then I actually like the CTA, even though the logo is wrong. We have to like change that. But I think it's a really good CTA, like the blues and the way it is adding those glows. But again, the spacing feels off. So for example, this is here and then this button and all is here. I just don't know why it did that. And then we have the footer section. So overall, I think it's a good design for one single prompt. But it is mixing up presentations UI and product UI into the marketing website, which you can change using the prompts. Now let's compare the same page done by the designer. So first of all, if you see the page, it's more clear. If you come here, you will see the case studies, you will see the headline, and then you will also see the description. But whereas here, it feels very chaotic. Then if I see here, we have these dotted patterns which Claude completely misses out on, but you can like prompt it and it will fix things for you. Then comes the filter section. Here in the filter section, if I click on different filters, it gives me that option for these shadows, but it just doesn't click. It is not going well with the branding. So you can fix that again. It completely depends on your taste. But here, if you like hover on this, it will show you this hover state. But if you select it, it will become blue. Then comes the different colors that we are using. So we have orange and a blue mixture here along with the client logo. But again, Claude can't get the client logo. You will have to upload it there. We can give him a chance over there because if you see here, it uh, it was using these patterns. It could have used the same pattern which it is using here, but it chooses not to. But you again have to prompt it to do that. So that's there. But overall, I think that's a good section in both cases. I just didn't like the white mode on the dark mode layout. Just doesn't go well with the design. And then if you see the entire website, these dotted patterns are basically acting like a connector. It's like a tape. So if you see this, this is acting like a tape and this is acting like a tape. And then again, this is acting like a tape. But that's not the case with design. It just feels very like, very cluttered. Like you have just pasted things. Um, and then we have the footer here, which I just didn't like it in the Claude design one. But to be honest, Claude Design with a single prompt did a really good job. And that's the point of using Claude Design. It is not there to replace the designers. It is there for designers to make something really good, really fast. Sometimes what happens is that designers run out of ideas, and Claude Design can literally give you a starting points of your design. If you want a website which converts, you don't have to worry about the copy, design, or development. You can reach out to us. In the meanwhile, that's all about it in this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.